When you think of politically driven pop rock music in the last 5 years, the band you think of is Green Day for their famous album American Idiot. Now, 5 years after the release of that, they've released their next album, 21st Century Breakdown, and I am here to review this. Now, just to start things off, I heard an interview with them on my radio station that I talked about in my other video, and they said they wanted to further the feelings of American Idiot, and it's like, yeah, no shit, because that album made you super famous. Not that they weren't famous before that, but that made them world famous everything. So of course you would want to continue that, but here's the problem. The last album was driven by the fact that they hated George Bush. Yeah, he's not in office anymore, so they can't complain about that. Now, this album is in such a way that there's 3 acts in it. I'm gonna review this by act, because they're so different in terms of good and bad. Well, sort of. That I have to review it separately. So anyway, they start off the album with the title track, 21st Century Breakdown, which I thought was a really strange track to start it off with, because that's a slowish song. It picks up a little at the end. But it's a very strange opener. So I was questioned that, and I did more than question it because it's a bad song too. So the problem with Act 1 is the problem with the song 21st Century Breakdown. It's all the same. Act 1 is all like, oh, we can't be mad at the president anymore, but we still want to be mad because it helps us sell records. And it's all the same. Start off the song slow, mope and grope about less important things than Bush, and pick it up at the end a little to cheer up the fans. And to be honest, the only song from Act 1 that is really worth a listen is the lead single, Know Your Enemy. Let me play it right here. Well, I can't play much more because of time constraints, but you see, as that song there shows, there is just when they rock out, they're not really a punk band anymore, but I guess that's the punkiest song of the album. When they rock out that they can still be good, that song proves it. It's just very well led, even though he that microphone voice he uses sort of in it is kind of annoying because he uses it about 20,000 times on this album. And it's a long album, so very long for a rock album. 70 minutes long. I mean, on rap albums that's normal, but on rock albums it's long. So even though that song is just meant to be a radio single, obviously, it's still the best song in Act 1. The rest of the songs sound like 21st Century Breakdown, which is kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it. That was very strange what I just did. So anyway, now let's go to Act 2. Act 2, obviously, I just listened to Act 1, and I'm thinking, uh-oh, I wasted my money, which wasn't much because, deals, I bought it the day it came out, so it was only $6.99, but still, I said, oh, I wasted my money. Then comes Act 2, which is completely opposite from Act 1. They try some different things. They mixed it up a little, and it comes out quite good. Let's just listen to East Jesus Nowhere. As you hear, another straightforward rock song. There we go. When they have their straightforward rock songs, it works. Then the next song would be Peacemaker, which is also a very good song. They try some different things. They try some violin stuff. If you've listened to Muse and you go to Black Holes and Revelations and listen to City of Delusions, if that's a Muse song, then this is like the Green Day version of City of Delusions, I guess, with the violins and stuff. Then a couple of meh songs. But then they have a song called Viva La Gloria, Little Girl, because there's another Viva La Gloria, and this one, the first one had exclamation marks, this one has question marks, all very confusing, I know. But this one is actually quite good and merits a listen on my review, so... Now, you hear that? You hear that? To be honest, they have not experimented that much since Warning. If you hear the song, that almost sounds like it's on some weird French mime movie soundtrack. That was really weird. I don't know what comes out of my mouth sometimes. But yeah, and then Restless Heart Syndrome, which is the next song, is also quite good. Even though that's a slower song that I complained about before, this one seems a lot more earnest than the other ones and has some genuine emotion. So Act 2, very good if you're into just downloading it. Try to get the songs on Act 2. They're the best couple of songs on the album. Now we go to Act 3, titled Horseshoes and Handgrenades. Just shows how seriously they take themselves. Now the song itself, Horseshoes and Handgrenades, is pretty good. But after that, it kind of falls off the edge of the table. The Static Age is okay, and 21 Guns is a song that I don't even remember what it sounds like, so yeah, that's not great. I don't think it'll grow on me either. So then we go to their American Eulogy song, and it's like, at this point, as good as Act 2 was, when I hear American Eulogy, I'm like, stop trying to be the saviors of America. It's just like, what the fuck are you trying to do with that? What the fuck are you trying to do with that? Does not make sense. And then See the Light is a blah song. So the beginning and end of this album are not very good. There aren't many highlights, but the middle of this album is classic, not classic Green Day, because classic Green Day is Dookie, which is not this. They're not going to touch that. But it's very good Green Day, let's just say. So download the middle of it, but here's my overall thoughts. Green Day, if you're watching this, which you're not, listen to me. Stop taking yourself so seriously. You're not the gods of America. You're not the gods of rock. Stop trying to be Bono, for Christ's sake. Not that I even like Bono. He's an asshole too, so stop trying to be like him. And for once in a while, can I hear a song on your album where you have fun? Isn't that what people first liked about you in the early 90s? That you guys had fun on your songs? Isn't that the whole punk revolution of the 90s? You guys had fun?